Esther, we're getting a divorce.
What?
You went back to your mom and dad's place after getting discharged from the hospital. They have ramps and all that crap, so it's wheelchair friendly, right? There's no sense you coming back to me. I just terminated the contract on the apartment, so it ain't like there's anywhere for you to come back to anyway.
Barry, what the hell? Just slow down a minute. The only reason I came back to live with my folks is because our apartment isn't wheelchair friendly. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement. Wasn't the plan to find a new wheelchair-friendly place to move in together?
Maybe it was at one point, but you know what? That sounds like a real pain in the ass.
What?
Listen, babe, I'm real grateful for you jumping in to save me like that. I would have been in major trouble if not for you. Who knows, I could have even died. It sucks that you ended up in a wheelchair after falling down the stairs. But you know what, Sugar Dumpling? That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Thing is, Sweetie Pie, all this time alone, I've been doing some thinking. The fact that your mom and dad's place is wheelchair friendly must mean you had some close friend or relative in a wheelchair living there before.
Yes, my grandma. Apparently they had some improvements made on the house to make her life there as smooth and stress-free as possible.
Basically, your family home, where they have experience looking after cripples, is a far more suitable care environment than anything I could possibly provide. Think about it. You know I'm right.
Oh my god.
As soon as I realized that, it dawned on me just how pointless our relationship is. You're dead weight, and divorce is the only answer.
How could you do this? You make it sound like you don't even care about me. I'm in a difficult enough place mentally as it is, Barry. I'm in a wheelchair for crying out loud. Did you really have to do this now of all times? Oh my god, my world is falling apart.
Oh yeah, that too!
Huh?
Ever since you got put in a wheelchair, you've been giving off this miserable, depressing aura. Like you're constantly begging for sympathy. And I gotta tell you, babe, it's been hard on me.
What the? How could you say this?
In any case, I ain't got no interest in continuing married life with a depressing, crippled loser like you. That's why we're getting a divorce. I'll mail the divorce papers to your folks' place. Make sure you get them signed and handed in ASAP. Your folks are gonna have to push you there, obviously. See ya! Hey, Esther, it's been a while.
Huh? Is that Barry?
Can you believe it's been a whole 3 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun, huh?
What do you want?
I'm messaging you because there's something I wanted to tell you.
What?
I'm getting remarried!
That's great. Congratulations.
Haha, thanks, babe.
Was that all you wanted to tell me?
Huh?
Surely it would be kind of weird if the only reason you wanted to message your ex-wife after 3 years was to tell her you're getting remarried. Surely that wasn't the only thing? To be honest, I think I forgot to block you because I was dead certain you'd never message me again. After all, why would you? I didn't see this one coming. If that was all you wanted to tell me, let's leave it there. I'd appreciate it if you didn't contact me again.
Aha! I knew it! I knew messaging you was the right thing to do.
What? Why?
It's as plain as day. You still have feelings for me, don't you, babe?
Excuse me?
You know how when you tell a kid not to push a button, they always end up pushing it? It was reverse psychology. You thought by telling me not to contact you, I'd get in touch with you again someday, and you'd have another shot at the prize. Me. I can read you like a book.
I'd appreciate it if you stopped playing games and acting so strange. We're done. Barry, and that's final. Now please, stop messaging me. Just leave me alone. You're really annoying.
One more thing. My fiancée is the daughter of the CEO of a major company. I take a huge sigh of relief every time I remember how I never would have found myself such a good woman if we didn't divorce. Whew, talking about dodging a bullet. Can you imagine me forced to be permanent live-in carer to some whiny cripple for the rest of my life? I made the right decision.
Wow.
Aha! There it is! The jealousy rears its ugly head. Ha ha ha! I guess no one can blame you. I'm a rugged, fine specimen of a man who can have any woman he wants. And you're in a wheelchair.
Is this the real reason you messaged me?
Huh?
Did you just want to mock and ridicule me for being in a wheelchair? To gloat about how much better you think you are than me? About how much better you think your life is than mine?
Ha ha! I guess it can't be helped. It is the truth after all.
I'd appreciate it if you kept your malicious, spiteful judgments about what you think my life must be like to yourself.
Aww, is someone a little mad? Does baby want her dummy?
I suggest you be careful about what you say.
What? Is that a threat? I'm quaking in my boots here, honest.
It'd be an awful shame if you said the wrong thing and forced me to take revenge on you when you least expected it.
Whatever, you jealous loser. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'll invite you to the wedding. It could be good for you. Think about it. If you see how blissfully happy me and my new wife are together with your own eyes, it might help you finally let go of your feelings for me.
Feelings for you? I honestly could not care less about you.
Great, that settles it then. I'll send the invite out to your folks' place.
I don't want one, and I'm not going. Truthfully, I'd rather stick pins in my eyes.
I know how stubborn you are, so I know you'll probably reply not attending, despite wanting to come more than anything. But I'm preparing some space for your wheelchair, so you better show up.
I said I'm not going.
Hey, Esther! I knew it! You were so adamant you weren't gonna come, but I knew it was all an act. You actually came, didn't you? Priceless! I saw a woman in a wheelchair making her way towards the wedding hall from the waiting room window. I knew it! Your feelings for me are unshakable, and you came in spite of your protest. You can't run from love, babe! Or roll in your case. Problem is, I filled the space I had ready for you, cause you sent the invite back saying you weren't attending. They don't even make movies this entertaining. Sorry, sweet cheeks, but I could hardly let you in without a confirmed invite. My hands were tied. I knew I did the right thing by warning my buddy on reception. I said, hey, Timmy, if some bimbo in a wheelchair shows up, you make sure you turn her away immediately. You got that, Val? Why? Cause she's my ex-wife. He messaged me just now saying he sent you packing the moment you showed up. He said the look in your face was priceless. Enjoy the journey home. I hope you brought someone to push you.
Barry, I'm sorry, but I'm completely lost. What are you talking about?
Crippled! Go home! Go home, go home, go home! Crippled! Go home! Go home, go home, go home! G-O-H-O-M-E!
But I never came in the first place?
Huh?
As you well know, I sent the invite back with the not attending box very clearly ticked. As I told you before, I had no intention of going, and I didn't. So what the hell are you talking about?
Huh? But in that case, who was the one I saw from the waiting room window?
Obviously, it wasn't me.
Wait, what? Seriously? How in the heck in the baby Lord Jesus' name was I supposed to know, you stinky bimbo?
Wow, where did that come from all of a sudden?
The woman in the wheelchair I kicked out of the wedding after mistaking her for you yesterday was actually my wife's childhood friend! My wife flipped out at me big time for giving her the boot. Apparently they were real close, like sisters. I've never seen her this bad. She's threatening to divorce me, you goddamn evil witch! This is all your fault for being in that godforsaken wheelchair! How dare you!
This is my fault? Amazing! You literally have zero ability to self-reflect, do you? So this must mean your wife's childhood friend was one of the invites she sent out. Which also means the necessary arrangements to accommodate a guest in a wheelchair would have been taken by the organizers of the ceremony. Surely there's no way the groom wouldn't have been made aware of something like this at his own wedding. Or maybe you were, and you just weren't listening. Which was it?
Well,
Or maybe you were listening, but you forgot?
Actually,
If by any chance were you leaving all of the wedding arrangements to your wife, you were taking on your fair share of the responsibility, weren't you, Barry?
well,
Let's face it, you always were the kind of guy to come up with nonsensical excuses every time you deemed something to be a pain in the ass. Even if the thing you were escaping from was very clearly something you should have been taking responsibility for. That's always the kind of guy you were, wasn't it, Barry?
The heck are you talking about? You make me sick, woman. Look at you! So what? So I made one teensy-weensy, teeny-weeny little mistake. I'm human, aren't I? Get off your high horse, you self-racist witch! This just proves you still have feelings for me! It gets more obvious with each message.
Keep dreaming.
Maybe try learning to walk again, cripple. Who knows? You might even be able to get remarried like me!
Huh? Oh, right. I see. You don't know anything about my situation these days, do you?
What else is there to know? You're a friendless, single, shut-in hermit cripple who lives with her elderly parents and relies on them 24/7 to care for her. I don't need to ask to know that.
I gave the rehab everything I had after the divorce and made huge improvements. Doctors tell me I'm well and truly on the road to recovery.
Huh?
They also tell me that if I carry on working hard, there's a good chance I'll be able to walk normally again one day, as if the accident never happened.
Wait, what? Seriously?
This isn't exactly new though, is it? They've been saying this since the beginning.
What? They have?
Looks like my suspicions were right. You divorced me without even properly listening to what the doctors had to say, didn't you?
I did? Oh man.
Oh, by the way, your new wife asked me to pass on this message.
Huh?
You're despicable. I want a divorce. Now.
Wait, what? What? What the heck? How is she speaking to you?
She just showed up at my house because she wanted to ask me some questions.
Uh-oh.
She was pretty curious about the background behind her divorce, and of course, I, being super friendly and sociable, told her everything. She was absolutely furious about how you treated her childhood friend yesterday. She said she suddenly felt like she no longer knew you. She's on her way to you with the divorce papers now. Apparently, she never wants to see you again after you sign them.
Sup, honey cheeks? I catch you waiting a long time, huh? You could finally remarry me now!
Excuse me?
Don't worry. It won't count as cheating or infidelity or anything like that. I'm newly divorced now, so there's nothing stopping us. I'm single and ready to mingle.
There's nothing stopping us from doing what exactly?
I might be a two-time divorcee, but I'm pretty sure that technically goes back down to one with me and you getting remarried. What's more, now that I know you're not going to be a wheelchair anymore, it'll be just like before. You'll be a normal person again. However, there is just one small condition. My bitch ex-wife is demanding ungodly amounts of compensation and saying I owe her all the money she put into planning the wedding. The total comes to just shy of 40K. As long as you pay off that for me, you can have me back. Your family are filthy rich, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? Just give old Pops a call and this'll be settled in a jiffy. I'll be heading over to your folks' place tomorrow, so make sure you have the marriage registration stuff dealt with before I arrive, okay, sweet cheeks?
Would you mind slowing down for a sec? There's something you should know.
What is it?
I already got remarried.
Huh?
I fell in love with the physio who oversaw my rehab at the hospital. He's such an amazing man. He was there for me when I was at my lowest, when my head was all over the place after being so cruelly and heartlessly tossed aside, like some piece of trash when you realize I was in a wheelchair.
You married the physio? Oh, this is the first I've heard of it!
Is there a reason I need to give detailed reports on my private life to my ex-husband?
But I gave you reports on my private life!
I don't remember there being any kind of rule saying I have to do that.
Wait, does this mean you won't marry me? Ugh! It's gonna be a lot harder trying to find a new wife as a two-time divorcee, you know! Have you even thought about how this is gonna affect me?
I'm praying that one day you'll have an epiphany and realize that this was entirely your fault. But something tells me I'll be praying for a long time.
What?
It'd be a miracle if you found an oddball crazy enough to marry a cruel, selfish, heartless, mean-spirited, good-for-nothing loser like you.
What? That's just uncalled for!
Never contact me again. Goodbye. Later on, I found out the real reason my ex-husband went out of his way to tell me he was getting remarried was that, apparently, at the time of the divorce, his friends and family found out he was ending things because the thought of caring for his then-crippled wife was too much for a nuisance. Unable to cope with his newfound reputation as a total scumbag, he hatched a plan to heal his damaged reputation. The idea was to goad me into causing a scene at his wedding by provoking me into a jealous rage so he could paint me as some kind of deranged psycho whom he had no choice but to divorce. I really am tired of him. Talk about dodging a bullet. Amazingly, his parents were nothing like him, and me and them had always gotten along, so a few days later, I decided to tell them everything. They immediately hung their heads in shame and apologized profusely. His mom said, as if the shenanigans at the wedding weren't bad enough, "My goodness, Esther, we're so sorry." They vowed to keep a watchful eye on him to ensure he could never hurt anyone again. Last I heard, he was being forced to work to exhaustion to pay off his debts by his ex-military dad.
Hi, honey. Hope you're not too busy at work right now.
Not really. I'm on my break at the moment. How are your preparations for the trip going?
I'm rounding up. In the next few hours, everything will be set.
Good.
I've prepared enough food to last you the 3 days I'll be on the business trip. The washing machine is also up and running, so you'll be able to wash your clothes if you feel like it. All the plates are clean, but with the dishwasher, you'll be able to wash each plate you use immediately after eating. That way, nothing will pile up.
Jesus, why are you calling them off to me one by one? Am I a child? I know how to take care of myself.
I'm sorry, it's just nerves, that's all. This is a big thing for me, and if all goes well, I could get that promotion I've been eyeing.
That promotion is the only reason I'm agreeing to this trip. Esther, once you get a raise, our standard of living will get better.
There's a lot riding on this trip, Nick, not just the extra pay I stand to gain. This could be a great advancement in my career.
I'm sure it will, but seriously, I don't need your litany of chores to keep me informed. I won't be doing any of those things anyway. I've spoken to my sister. She'll be coming over.
Your sister? Brea?
Yes, she'll be coming over for the period of time you'll be gone. You should tell her everything you just told me.
Is that really necessary? There are basic things that everyone can do themselves. Why involve your sister? I'm sure she has something better to do.
On the contrary, she's happy to help. She said she needed a change of scenery anyway, and my place would be good.
She doesn't have to come, Nick. You can handle everything yourself. Nothing about all this is difficult.
Why handle it myself when I can have someone do it for me? It's called delegating. Just buzz off. I have to go now. I'll talk to you when I get home. Esther? Come on. Are you mad at me?
Hi, Nick. Are you there?
Yeah. Are you back yet? What took you so long?
I've just walked through the door right now. Didn't Brea come to stay with you?
Oh, she did, but she was barely home. It was as if she was not even in the house.
Are you sure about that? Because what I'm seeing here shows that she was very much at home. Nick, the house is upside down. None of the dishes are washed. How are they all dirty? I was just gone for 3 days. How did you and Brea use them all?
Oh, she mentioned something about inviting some friends over. No harm. You know how she can be.
Oh, she brought strangers into our home? And she didn't have the courtesy to clean up after her friends?
It's not that big of a deal, Esther. It's just dishes. You can wash them, right? Besides, if you'd been around, they wouldn't have piled up like that. Were you expecting me to wash them?
I was expecting you to call your sister to order. The reason she came here was to help you clean the house, but she did none of that. I just checked, the washing machine is filled with dirty laundry. For the past 3 days, you've been chucking your clothes in and doing nothing? How hard can it be to push a simple button?
This is my problem with you, Esther. You're barely back and you're already finding issues to argue about. What it'll take you to simply do the dishes and laundry. Since it's so easy, then do it. Brea says she's tired. Am I gonna force her to do chores? You know how tiring they can be.
Oh, they're tiring for your sister who does nothing, but perfectly okay for me who just returned from a trip? Come on, Nick. Is this fair? And why is my room all scattered? Did someone sleep in my bed?
Yeah, Brea stayed there. She said she liked your room better than the guest bedroom.
And you just allowed her in?
Was I supposed to say no?
Are you really asking me that?
Just stop all this, okay? I'm really not in the mood. When work ends, I'll come home. Hopefully by then, you will be in a better mood.
Nick, we need to talk.
I'm busy. Can't talk right now.
You're on break at this time, I know. And that's why I'm texting you.
Shouldn't you be working?
I'm on break as well. We need to talk about your sister.
What did she do this time around?
Nothing. It's just that it's been 2 days since I returned from my trip, and Brea is showing no sign of returning home yet.
Returning? To where?
What do you mean? To her house.
Brea lives with us now. She's had issues with her boyfriend and he kicked her out.
She's living with us? How can she even be having boyfriend-related issues already? Didn't she break up with Chad last month? And can't she go and stay with your mother?
No, this is Boyd. They started dating 2 weeks ago, and he's a total douchebag. Anyway, she's staying with us from now on. She doesn't want to stay at Ma's.
But why didn't you tell me about this?
Must have skipped my mind. Sorry.
Seriously? How can something like this skip your mind? Also, when is she moving to the guest room? Because I'm tired of sleeping with her. She keeps kicking me when she sleeps, disrupting my sleep.
Well, if it's that bad, just move to the guest room.
What? Do you want me to vacate my own room for her?
Well, you're the one having problems, not her. Use your head, dummy. This is simple logic. If this is all you want to talk about, I'll be getting back to work now. Brea is living with us now. There's nothing you can say that'll change that.
Nick, I'm not done talking. Nick! Hi, Brea. How are you doing?
Hey sis, what's up?
I'm doing okay. What are you up to?
I'm getting ready to step out. There's this spot my girlfriend's just discovered. It's insane. We want to check it out before everyone else gets wind of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun. Brea, I'm searching for one of my purses. I wanted to ask if you took it by mistake.
What purse? More like, did I steal it? Are you calling me a thief?
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. Just answer the question, because there's something valuable in that purse. And that's all I'm after. You can keep the purse if you want.
Well, I didn't take your precious purse. You know, just because you're married to my brother doesn't give you the right to call me a thief.
I didn't call you a thief. Besides, you've been taking my stuff ever since you started living with us. Is it because I said nothing?
I borrowed your stuff. Stop exaggerating.
Yeah? And how many of them have you returned?
Quit interrogating me, okay? I didn't take your stupid purse. Now, leave me alone.
So you really didn't take it?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That's it? Esther? Nothing else?
Nick, it's your sister again.
My god, Esther, can you just leave my sister alone?
How can I? When she chooses to torment me, she stole my purse and told me that she didn't take it. Why would she do that to me?
Steal? This is my sister you're talking about, Esther. Why would she steal from you?
I don't know, but she has been doing it since she stepped foot in this house. I've been telling you, but you've done nothing about it.
Come on, you're both like sisters. What if she borrows your stuff from time to time?
When you borrow something, you ask the owner first. Your sister never asks, she just takes. And she never uses them well. Any cloth of mine that she wears will become loose, and many of them even tear.
That's no reason to accuse her of stealing.
She took my purple purse. I asked her about it, and she said she didn't take it. That's lying and stealing.
If she said no, then she didn't do it. You can't be careless at times. I'm sure you lost it somewhere, but want to pin it on the poor girl.
You sure about that? So then, explain this picture.
What is this?
That's your sister at a restaurant, and that's my purse with her. She actually posted this on her social media. Nick, if the drive I left in that purse should get lost, I will never forgive your sister.
Relax, okay? She probably took it by mistake.
You always have an explanation for everything your sister does. Nothing I say is getting through.
Just relax. When she returns, we'll fix this.
No. Since you don't listen to me anymore, it's time for me to fix it. I'll handle it now.
What does that mean?
You're about to find out. Brea, why did you lie to me about taking the purse?
Are you still on about this? Come on, give it up already.
I saw your picture on Facebook. You took my purse.
Oh, I just wanted to borrow it, that's all. Stop your bugging, okay? I'll bring it back to you. No stress.
The purse is not my main concern. The flash drive that was in the purse. Do you have it?
Flash? The one with the gold-plated covering?
Yes, that one. Please tell me you have it.
I saw it when I got down from the cab. By then it was too late to return it.
Answer my question, Brea. Do you have the flash?
Okay, you might want to calm down for this.
What?
I just checked my purse. I can't find the flash.
What do you mean? What happened to it?
I think it must have slipped out when the purse slid off my shoulder. But no worries, it's just a flash. I'm sure you can afford 1,000 more.
Excuse me, this is not about the flash, you dummy. It's what's in the flash. Do you know what your carelessness just cost me?
Why are you being so rude? If it's such a big deal, my brother will replace it for you. Why are you making it seem like I'm the first person on earth to lose something? It's not fair.
It seems you and your brother have conspired to frustrate me, but I'm done with all this. No more.
Why are you so strung up about a flash drive? Ease up a little bit, will you?
Esther, I just got home. Where the hell are you?
I'm at the hotel, Nick.
Hotel? Doing what?
I'll be staying there from now.
Come on, is this still about the purse? I thought she apologized already.
I can't stand either you or your sister right now. She didn't, by the way, but that's not the point. She took a purse that she wasn't supposed to take, and lost my flash drive. Do you know what the drive contained? It had all the data and information I gathered on my business trip. The main reason I went on that trip was stored on the flash drive, which your sister so stupidly misplaced.
Okay, I know this might be hard, but she's your sister as well. You have to forgive her.
She's not my sister. She's your sister. If she was mine, believe me, she would not have grown up this way. With nothing to show for my trip, I'm now being accused of wasting company funds. It's as if I went on this trip to have fun. Thanks to your sister, I lost my shot at a promotion. And pending the disciplinary hearing, I might get fired or even demoted.
It can't be all that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating again?
Seriously? You know what? I'm done with you and your sister. Nothing will make me return to that house. You want her in my room? She can have it. She can have anything at all she wants. I just want you both out of my life.
Out of your life? What do you mean, Esther?
I'm filing for divorce first thing tomorrow morning. I won't be with a man who finds it hard to call his sister in line, but is perfectly happy to do it to me, his wife.
I'm sorry, okay? Can we move past this?
No, you'll get the papers soon. and don't try to delay this or there'll be hell to pay.
Esther, can we at least talk about this? I know I wronged you, but don't just leave me.
Goodbye, Nick.
Esther, hold on. What hotel are you in?
I blocked Nick and Brea from my life and tried to get myself back in order. Fortunately, the mishap didn't cost me my job, but it did cost me the promotion I had been looking forward to. And my 1-month salary was split into 2. This hurt me, but there was nothing I could do. It only served to make me hurt all the more. Nick and Brea lived together for a while, but soon I learned that he eventually kicked her out when she made life unbearable for him. He tried getting me back, but there was nothing he could say to make me change my mind. I was interested only in making myself happy, and I'm doing just that.